Hello, and this is Aaron. Yeah, it came off a little bit. Anyway, this is my review of A Haunted Connecticut 2, The Ghosts of Georgia. I have a few things before I get into. I have a few things about the movie I have to say, but first I need to tell you about my opinion on the first Haunted Connecticut, which actually takes place in Connecticut. That movie was fucking horrible, man. Sorry for the giant explosion, but seriously, I've seen it doesn't take anything from what actual true story of the Haunted Connecticut. The Haunting, a show on Discovery Channel has a better job of actually getting the actual story from the family themselves. They literally did not go to the family in the first movie and talk about how it went. It pisses me off. It's not true. It's not anything. It's a piece of crap, and it's horrible. This movie, however, is not Oscar worthy, of course, but it is compared to the first piece of shit. I mean, get it right, or don't do it at all, or just don't say it's based, say inspired. Anyway, this is the review of that piece of shit's first one, which actually takes place in Georgia. I do not know why they couldn't just say A Haunting in Georgia, because there was the episode of A Haunting in Georgia on the show The Haunting. I would recommend, if you are into that stuff, just watch the show The Haunting. A Haunting. It's much more interesting, and I feel like it's much more real than you'll get with most inspired or based on true events. But let's get back to go focus on its sequel. Oh yeah, about a light. It's the only reason why I have a light like that is because of if I have the light like this, I have more fluid camera speed with my reaction, so there's no delay. So that's, if you wanted to know why it was so bright, that's the reason why. Anyway, the first one sucked, as I told you. Then the second one, I don't know, the stupid. It's this story again. This title's stupid. It's Haunted Connecticut 2, Ghost of Georgia. They could have just seriously just say The Haunting in Georgia. Anyway, it is about this family and their sister and the wife's sister, who decides to move to a house in Georgia. What happens is their young daughter Heidi, is starting to see things that her mother really doesn't want her seeing, because she can see them as well, but she just wants to she wants to forget that she has this gift, and she has a favorite gift. She thinks of it as like it's in the head. Anyway, it's called, and later in the movie they tell you what the thing is called, and it explains most of the things the girl sees. And basically, they move to Georgia, and they discover that they are on a land owned by they're on a land that where Underground Railroad activity comes up. I mean, went around back in the day, and now this girl is seeing all these ghosts, and really, right now, is actually sorry, my mouth was dry for a really long time. Anyway, she starts seeing ghosts, and then she starts seeing like evil ghosts, because they're not demons. You could consider them demons, but they were human at one point. And that's where shit hits the fan, of course. And then things start going on hand very, very, very step by step. And really, I like this movie better, not because the first one was bad, as it was extremely horrible and a piece of shit, but I actually did look up on this stuff, and it's pretty much it. And even the documentary they have in the special features, if you're not convinced, it's pretty much accurate to what they had to say. I don't know. I didn't really hear much about the slave stuff, like the underground stuff back in the 19th century, but there is one of the ghosts is consistent with with the kid in the movie, about a kid who in real life actually, and that's pretty cool. I find I like seeing consistency about the people who have, and these people didn't even have to have a little documentary feature in the special feature. They just wanted to tell some people like it is, and I really respect them for that. I don't care if you don't believe in it or you don't believe them because the whole thing's preposterous or whatever. But I really think that, and don't even talk about the mother in the first part of the story in the first one. I swear to God that it's not her. But anyway, they seem real. They basically, there's one of the ghosts is actually consistent with what she said, and she says he was like a guardian angel of her, basically. The guardian looked after her. So anyway, plot. I told you, acting was pretty decent. I actually think the acting was decent, especially from these films. Not really Oscar caliber, but yeah, they gets the job done. I mean, but how it was shot, I liked it. It had different color tints, which was interesting. Also, I like some of the special effects that wasn't the ghosts. Some of the special effects that wasn't the ghosts was actually pretty cool. But anyway. All I have to say is that movie did not get a theatrical release, even though that one should have. It didn't. I'm going to stop there. Look, if you've seen the first one, good for you. I'm telling you, it's horrible, in my opinion. But I'd rather watch the second one any day of the week. I don't have a rating system yet, but it is if I have to go by the five finger rating system, I'll give it a 3, just because. Anyway, see you next time. I am out, man.